Donald Trump is escalating one of the most high-stakes feuds of his presidency. His target is the man he once handpicked, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. On Thursday, Trump said Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. Sitting next to Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni in the Oval Office, Trump doubled down, threatening to fire the Fed chair if interest rates don't come down fast.
Oh, he'll leave. If I ask him to, he'll be out of there.
It's not the first time that Trump's gone after Powell, but this time, the tone and the stakes are different. He says Powell is playing politics with America's money and hurting growth just when Trump needs the economy firing. Trump has been demanding rate cuts to offset shockwaves from his own aggressive tariffs, especially a 245% hike on Chinese imports. But Powell isn't budging. At the Economic Club of Chicago, Powell defended the Fed's independence, openly pushing back against Trump's pressure campaign. He said, and I quote, "We're never going to be influenced by any political pressure. Our independence is a matter of law." He warned that Trump's tariffs are inflationary and said the Fed will wait for greater clarity before making any policy shifts. That essentially translates to no rate cuts yet.
The level of tariff increases announced so far is significantly larger than anticipated, and the same is likely to be true of the economic effects, which will include higher inflation and slower growth.
Trump's response: fire and fury. When asked if Powell would stay even if told to leave, he didn't hold back.
Oh, he'll leave. If I ask him to, he'll be out of there. But I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late, always too late, a little slow, and I'm not happy with him. I let him know it, and if I want him out, he'll be out of there real fast, believe me.
Can Trump actually fire Powell? Short answer: no, not legally. Fed chairs are appointed for 4-year terms, and Powell's runs until May 2026. Removal would require legal cause, not just policy disagreements. Powell has already made his stance clear. Still, Trump keeps pushing. Reports say he's even consulted former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh about replacing Powell, though Warsh reportedly advised against it. At the heart of the feud is Trump's tariff blitz, blanket duties on dozens of countries, with China hit hardest. He claims it's bringing in trillions.
There's never been anything like it. We have at least $7 trillion of new businesses coming in. If you go back and look at others, I mean, in years they wouldn't do anything like that. And this is in a matter of weeks, so it's been pretty amazing.
But economists and Powell warn the tariffs could do the opposite: fuel inflation, kill jobs, and corner the Fed.
Actually, one is just the size of the effects. And as I mentioned, the tariffs are larger than forecasters had expected, certainly larger than we expected, even in our upside case. We looked at a range of cases. So that's one. The second one is how long does it take for the tariffs to have their effects on inflation? To the extent it takes longer and longer, that raises the risks that the public will begin to experience higher inflation. They'll come to expect it, and companies will come to expect it. So that risks higher inflation.
Now, a Supreme Court case might tip the balance. It could change whether presidents can fire heads of independent agencies like the Fed. Powell says he's watching it closely. Legal experts say even if the ruling applies broadly, it might still exempt the Fed, long treated as a special case to ensure market stability. Even as Powell holds his ground, Trump is pushing ahead on trade with or without the Fed's backing.
I believe we're going to have a deal with China. And if we don't, we're going to have a deal anyway, because we're going to set a certain target, and that's going to be it. Well, we have a deal for TikTok, but it'll be subject to China, so we'll just delay the deal till this thing works out one way or the other. And I think it's a good deal for China. The TikTok deal is very good. TikTok is good for China, and I think they'd like to see us do a deal, especially the deal that we have pretty much done with some of the best companies in the world.
Trump's also claiming big wins on AI and energy.
We're number one in AI by far. We're leading China by a lot, by tremendous amounts. We're going to supply electricity at levels never supplied before.
Markets haven't fully priced in the drama yet, but analysts warn that firing Powell could trigger a global credibility crisis. Some say, if you like the tariff debacle, you'll love the loss of Fed independence trade. So far, Powell isn't blinking. He says the Fed will act only when the data demands it, not when politics does.